Well, the trip over to see Kay was fine. She was in the dining room, and they had apparently just finished breakfast recently. I was able to give a couple of DVDs, one of Taps and one of Pismo Beach, etc., to one of the trainees there. She was very interested in how long they'd been married and that sort of thing, so I gave her that DVD. And then I spent the rest of the time with Kay, holding hands. When I came back, the bus driver was in the wrong lane and realized it too late. So she had to, instead of making the short trip up here, she had to go along the Commencement Bay. I believe that this road goes down to the zoo, but at a place called Old Town. I mean, they're very old, apparently the oldest parts of Tacoma. Very interesting houses and that sort of thing. She turned back up and came back to Cascade. But I did see enough that I'm going to ask the kids to, next time to go out, take Kay out, just to go down to Old Town and see this. She said the oldest restaurant there was something called Harbor Lights. And maybe we can go down there and get something to eat. So that sounds like it, because that's very interesting. The houses are unique, and we got more that architecture here in Tacoma than I remember ever in Seattle. Of course, there's some old homes up there, but they were a different type of people apparently that moved here because they had just different architecture. I don't know what the difference is. Of course, Seattle burned down, but it didn't all burn down. I think it was just the main part of town. So the only thing common to the two towns is one, that there's cobblestones that took out the ballast from the early ships, or sailing ships, I suppose. And they both have that in these streets, but Tacoma never fixed theirs. They put a little bit of asphalt over the top and called it good. As long as you don't see the cobblestones, you're going to have a very rough ride, especially on these shuttles who don't have any springs to speak of. Well, the Cascade here has now hired a male caregiver. I'm wondering how that's going to go over with a lot of these women in wheelchairs in bad shape. Well, I'll tell you, it didn't go over with me because I don't want them messing around. I just had enough experience with pedophiles and homosexuals when I was young and up into older time that I just developed a dislike, at least in personal things, to have a man attendant. So anyway, but it seems to me the women have the bigger problem because they're in wheelchairs and a lot of them, and they'll have a lot to do there. Of course, I have a solution to this. I was told by one of the other caregivers that there's a big shortage. Some of them are working without day off for some time, and some was just at one. She said she only had 1 day off a week. So, but I can tell them how to fix that. Just pay them a couple bucks an hour more. They'll have them flocking to the place. Sorry about that. I got some action today that at the container terminal, which was pretty good. Got those little, well, they're not little, I don't know. They'll carry several containers, and a little later you'll see them buzzing back and forth. They have to be computer operated. And right there. And here goes another one. See, they can stack those in there. I never seen them do more than one. we made a mistake. The bus driver made a mistake today in bringing me home, and she was in the wrong lane, and we had to drive down along. It's across the bay from this. I'm shooting from across the bay about 2 miles, I'm guessing, or more. And but we went down on our side of the bay, and we see ships in the harbor. And before we went up to made a turn back, we had to go to a place called Old Town. So I presume it's the oldest place in town. And it's pretty unique. They have architecture that you never see in Seattle. I'm more interested in it. I never saw anything. Well, of course, Pioneer Square, First Avenue, whatever, you know. But out residential areas in downtown Tacoma, with all the brick buildings, it's really interesting. And also the houses they built. This area was not burned down like so many towns were, such as San Francisco and Seattle, that matter. But I don't know if, I know Seattle burned, but I don't think burned out into the suburbs. So the architecture in Tacoma is a much more interesting, in my opinion. I haven't shown many so far, but I'm going to get the kids to come on down, and next time we take Kay out, we'll take her over to Old Town. There's a place called Harbor Lights. It's supposed to be the oldest restaurant in town. The bus driver thought high of it. But this is, can't tell, there's something going on there. Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm looking at a small monitor screen, so you might as well tell what it is up on the right side. But probably in there in one area you saw those haulers, several of them in one picture, going. You have to have 2 tracks, one to go and one to come back, and with offshoot, turn and drop the container off, and continue on and make a circle.